saying.
You can't even see our faces.
Saying
all the
things.
All of the harmful or traumatizing material.
Warning. Viewer discretion is advised. The following video contains material that may be harmful or traumatizing to some audiences. Oh, that's me.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
Go ahead and hit it. Go ahead and hit it for the good folks.
They literally
Mornings like
can
this,
hear us now.
They stress me out.
They literally,
They stress me out.
they are stressful mornings. It's sometimes there's nothing you can do but just wave a fucking stick at the
salty
tech.
dog, you know.
Yeah,
I'm like, I know I'm gonna die of worms.
Well, the funny thing too is that
No home's gonna
Streamlabs
get me.
OBS is literally like primo in the game.
Hey, folks!
Hey!
Good morning. It's Monday morning. This is the Brew. This is Tyler. I'm Jeff. We're
Bright
again,
and
it's
bushy.
also a game show.
Happens to be a
We're
podcast.
trying to bring a little bit of our life into your world.
Oh, dude, you're real.
I'm playing you. I'm a steward of you and your juice receptiveness.
Receptacles. Juice receptacles. That's
Your
typically
mouth.
going to be your mouth.
That's typically
Sometimes
gonna
it
be
can be
your
your
butt.
nose.
It could be your butt.
Can be your genital.
remember back in
Do you
the
call
day
those
when-
genital orifices?
I think your butt falls into your genitals in a certain regard. They're so dang close.
They're so dang close.
At least they're friendly neighbors. We
And
know
in
that
your
much.
case, lonely viewer,
In
pretty
your
damn
case,
cute too.
Oh my goodness!
Cute
I will
little
tell you
tushy.
what. Goodness,
Ricardo, if that's you, I mean it.
Yeah, Ricardo, we love you, and it's really just because of that little tush.
It's the tush.
One time, I was doing a valet job. Used to be a valet. That was my side gig for many years, and I was sitting outside with my fellow valet. An old man walked by, and a very attractive young woman walked by me, my coworker, and the old man. The old man looks at us. He looks at her. He looks at us, and he says, "Now that is a tuchus."
Wow.
And that always sat with me. I didn't endorse it. I didn't admonish it. I just was kind of like, that is a tuchus. Right?
That is a tuchus.
You know?
And he had that? Was he Jewish? Was he a Jewish gentleman?
He had like he probably was Jewish.
New York Jew?
He kind of looked like Jerry Stiller, Ben Stiller's dad, if you're familiar with one Jerry Stiller.
So, there's a point, and it's interesting because today it's actually not as much the case, but it used to be, I mean, even as much as 10 years ago, there was a point where when you had enough money or clout, you could pretty much just do whatever you wanted. You could just do sexual assaults, you know.
You still can, TT.
You still can.
Yeah.
Is it just more money than it used to be? Is it just more money?
I gotta think there's probably folks that are doing it without that much money.
Oh, okay.
You know, I think there's all kinds of
Well, I was saying like you can get away with it with society, like
knowing?
Yeah, kind of knowing, like a side eye, like a little bit of a wink and a nod, like don't do that too much, you know. But now it's
there's
a little more like
there's at least a money apparatus. If
you have
the
to like
person
scare the
themselves has had money.
families, or like you do have to be a little more like you have to do something really. You have to have like an enforcer go and be like, listen,
right?
I don't love this job, but it is my job. You know,
And that's where we come in.
That's where
we're
the
offering a suite of
enforcers.
services. Yeah, we enforce the enforcement.
So we go to the enforcers and we make sure that the enforcers are enforcing. Or if we want to play on the good team, we actually get hired by good people to go and stop the enforcers. So we threaten to kneecap the enforcers. The only trouble is we're a lot less scary than most enforcers.
Yes, that's
we're
true.
like significantly less scary than most enforcers, and we don't have a track record yet, but we are hoping to. Oh my God. Wow, that's not a good sign.
That's not for you.
It's not for me.
I'm not saying wrap this bit up. I'm not saying that at all.
I feel like every time you do that, it's
I'm not.
like,
Oh!
you're.
All right.
You
Oh,
have
well.
created a.
Wow, that's a
really cool mask.
That's a good mask to squirt mayonnaise into. Folks, if you haven't seen the thumbnail of the hype reel, go check it out. Peep the hype reel.
That is a good mask. That's literally
that's
the
you.
GIMP mask.
That is you.
GIMP
Yeah.
mask. That hype reel's pretty good, guys. Go check out the hype reel.
Tell us about the GIMP
This
mask.
is so. My wife has a father who had a long lost sister that he did not find until he was like 30 something.
Wait, really?
In his 30s, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he had two, I think.
Wow.
He had two. His dad.
What was up with that mama?
His dad was it was his dad. His dad was. His dad was.
His dad was spreading
His dad
seeds.
was running around.
Spreading seeds, man.
But So they are an amazing family. I'll call them J&M. And they had a daughter who's also just amazing. They're all amazing artists.
So Allison's dad's brother, sister,
long lost sister's
has
daughter,
an amazing family. Long lost sister has an amazing. Okay,
so the amazing sister, the J&M, their combination, they're artists. They live in the woods. They produce so much art. They made this really cool thing called what was it called? Something almanac of something forever, but they made this like 75-page full of art. It's like Mad Magazine, but for like a little bit kiddier than Mad Magazine. So they made a couple issues of this. They're just houses just full of their art that they create. They sculpt, they paint, they draw, they do all this stuff. I love them. And then they had this daughter who got an education in some kind of arts.
Who got addicted to drugs?
Who got addicted to drugs? No, but she got an education in art, and she did like ancient cultural art or something along those lines. I might be misremembering a little bit, but not much. And she made like hundreds of those masks and put them up in like an area for display, and that was like kind of like her thesis on art somehow. So this was part of a giant project, and they gave me one of her masks from her thesis project.
Okay.
Yeah, so I love that mask. It's a pretty cool mask, and it really reminds me of them. And
it's a cool mask. It does need 100 other masks to really
shine.
Because for me, I'm like, it is an okay mask.
For me, I really like it. To me, that's a really cool mask.
Well, okay. First of all, and horrible functionality as a mask. I can't see shit.
Sure.
I do appreciate the little hold hole.
Yeah.
Hold hole is very, very kind.
Hold hole.
That is you're really thinking about the user.
One thing that always confused me is that the hold hole is on the bottom. So if you were to hang this mask, it would hang upside down.
Oh.
So, hi.
And then you would just think about fucking it all day long as you pass.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's kind of because it's the upside down bed trick.
Exactly.
Folks,
one of the things that we do here on the Brew with Brotherwife is we reach you the news stories that you want to hear. A lot of outlets will bring you news stories, but you don't want to hear that shit. And then, they don't expand. They don't give you a point of view. Here, we give you all of that and so much more.
And so much more.
Online personality Bupak Shakur.
One more time. Bupak Shakur. One more time.
Bupak Shakur, known for exposing alleged sexual predators, shot and killed in Michigan.
Damn, that guy.
It's kind of a bummer, yeah. I was
going to make a bunch of fun of his name.
No, he looks like he was like, yo, for real though, what them doing to them kids is not right, bro.
I do not support.
He
actually looks like a really nice
He
guy.
looks like a very nice gentleman.
He looks like a really
Honestly,
nice
he's
guy.
just literally out there. Why Bupak Shakur?
So, I mean, the here, Shakira, and then Tupac. Like, all I can think is Tupac Shakira.
Okay, you are so uncultured. I'm so sorry. Tupac's last name is Shakur.
Oh.
It's just Tupac Shakur.
Oh.
You're smart. You're magnetic.
I feel like I have to freestyle to make this right, I feel like I have to put out a pretty bomb freestyle sometime this episode to make this right.
Do you want to do it right now? Or do you want to
No, give me a second. I need a little more DC in me. I'd love 3 beers.
A Michigan man who claimed to expose alleged child predators online for his thousands of social media followers was shot and killed after confronting 2 teenagers late Friday night. I'm imagining the teenagers. He was trying to molest the teenagers.
Yeah.
And so he.
Well, and then they do drop a claimed in there now, folks. I do want you
to
see.
Right?
They do drop a claim now. That when they pose it in the
title, they kind of backpedaled.
They backpedaled a little bit.
Yeah. Robert Wayne Lee, 40, would pose as a 15-year-old girl online to lure out and expose suspected pedophiles. The Oakland County Sheriff's Office said in a news release.
So, I mean, if you're trying to kind of be wild but do a good deed daily, that's a pretty good way to do it. And you're gonna get in situations where it's like if you're trying to get in some real thick shit, but be justified. Right. I mean, you might want to try.
And if you're trying to get into the algorithm.
If you're trying to get into the algae,
who doesn't want to see this guy confront somebody? I mean, I will probably watch one of these later.
Instead of making it into the algae, though, he made it into the algae. His body got dumped in the ocean, and
God damn it! So there's a fine line between those two.
Fine line between algae and
He published videos of his exploits to over 11,000 followers on Facebook, so he was just trying. He didn't have much. 4,500 followers on Instagram. I love this. We have
45,000.
45,000, right? Yeah.
That's it. That's a respectable
he has just 20 20 times more than anything we have.
Much more than 20 times.
But we're like, he's okay. He's
doing all right. He's got like 110. Oh no, on Facebook we're doing all right.
We're doing okay.
Yeah, we're doing okay on Facebook.
Some 200 of those are Indians that for some reason like. And
well, they're searching for a love potion, guys. They're searching on an endless quest. We should make a Brotherwife love potion and sell it.
We fucking should.
We really, literally should.
Okay, so we are a band that is, trying to be on Facebook. We're trying to show that we're a podcast, trying to show that we're a game show, we're trying to show that we are about brother, wife, brotherly love,
building a community.
Building a community.
We're trying to build a community everywhere.
For some reason, we are so fucking hot in like West India.
Do you want me to break it down for you, Jeffrey?
I don't think that's what it is, dude.
It is.
Okay.
Do you want to know how
There are so many goddamn like foreign weird accounts that should not be following us that are following us.
Let me break it down. I've done
it's like half of our numbers.
I understand it now.
It seems like we're doing okay, but we're actually not doing okay.
On a walk. I'm going to take you on a walk.
What is it? Because I don't think it's just because Brotherwife, and I don't think it's like some sort of like weird
There are so many super popular videos that are about falling in love with your brother's wife in like Africa. And
I know the Africa one, but not the India. We don't have anybody from Africa. It was almost always all India.
India has done a couple Bollywood takes of my brother's wife.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and so brother.
Is that like a
huge
it's
a pretty big
deal over there?
Yeah,
it's like their 50 Shades of Grey.
I think maybe it may be, and so. That, I think, is what's happening, and we either need to...
It's disconcerting.
We either need to purge, or we need to capitalize. We either need to purge, or we need to capitalize.
I would like to... Brotherwife does Bollywood. I would really like to do it in India.
We should make My Brother's Wife movie, but it's just me and you playing a couple different characters.
Sure. Well, what's funny is, we always hate going to a show where there's not a lot of people in the crowd. Statistically impossible in India.
Statistically impossible.
Like
Brotherwife goes to
every
India.
place is going to be packed.
Brotherwife goes to India. It's kind of like a White Castle style,
Right.
So be on the lookout for that in 2025. We'll be releasing a feature-length film.
Bhupak Shakur confronted two teenagers Friday night, a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old, at a restaurant in Pontiac. He accused one of them of being a pedophile and punched him. According to the police news report. So that's not...
Yeah, well...
You can't really do that.
Well,
you need to be a little bit more tactful.
Yeah.
You need to outsmart these guys.
He's got half of the system in place.
The teen who was punched pulled out a knife, and the other, suspected to be the 17-year-old, shot Lee several times with a pistol, according to police. He was then taken to the hospital, where he later died of his injuries.
So, it's a tough thing with a pistol. Do you shoot once? Do you shoot twice? Do you shoot thrice? Do you play nice? No. This is the start of my freestyle. Do you shoot once? Do you shoot twice? Do you shoot thrice? So do you play nice? Nah. I don't. I think
that's
Are you trying to kill somebody when you're shooting?
I feel like that's because how I can probably make this joke. Because Dr. Seuss got all that heat for being like, oh no, he was anti-Asian people. But Dr. Seuss is trying to do more culturally inclusive books. So then that's one of the
realize about the anti-Asiatic.
But my joke was funny.
It was good.
Okay,
yeah. Absolutely.
That's the Dr. Seuss for kids in the hood. Okay.
Dr. Seuss for kids in the hood.
No, Asian people. I mean, it was rough. It was rough.
Well, the railroad shit was a real.
Try not bombing Pearl Harbor. Then we can have a conversation about whether or not...
That's the Japanese...
How are Japanese not Asian?
I mean, they're Asiatic coast, I guess. They are Asian. I would consider them Asian.
Folks, yeah.
It's just... we weren't importing Japanese people to build the roads. It was the Chinese.
Well, I'm just thinking about, Japanese, internment camps.
Okay.
That's what I'm
talking about. That one is not chill. Yeah. That one is not chill. I mean, but that one is like...
I'm making a crass joke. We can still have the conversation whether or not you... bombed Pearl Harbor. That's fine. That was a long time ago. There was a lot of context that went into that.
Did you know? I've actually got so my great grandfather was stationed on a vessel that was bombed and a bunch of people died, and
in PH,
and 3 weeks before the bombing of Pearl Harbor happened, the officer above him reached out and was like, "Smiley, it's time to go home. You got to go home. You need to change your position." something's happening. You need to get out of here. And he literally pulled him out, and then like 3 weeks later, the Pearl Harbor bombing happened.
Wait, so one more time for the good folks. So his little stupid faggot corporal.
His something. I need more digs on the story. So basically, my great grandfather, who was a pimp, rest in peace. I've got a picture of him somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. I need to put it on the shelf.
Your grandpa's dad.
My grandpa's dad.
Okay.
My father's father's father.
Wow. I've never seen a picture of him.
You've never seen a picture of him?
No.
Okay, I'm showing you the picture today.
Okay,
I might actually crawl out of here and find it in a second. It's on that shelf somewhere.
Really?
He was a military man. My father, my grandfather, and I'm the first person not in the military in a grip.
Wait, your dad was in the military? Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, my dad was in the military. He was
That
a
makes
comms.
sense.
He was comms.
Yeah.
So was my grandpa.
Comms.
My grand.
He's the guy with the little phone.
He was Navy. So he was stationed in Pearl Harbor, and he was stationed on a boat that got attacked, and he got a call from his superior that basically was like, you gotta go home. You gotta go home early. It was like an early, like he wasn't supposed to go home yet, and there's some speculation about that. But there's one of two things. God was active and was talking to people and said, "Hey, somebody's got to go home," or
God was active.
God was doing some stuff. God was whispering in some people's ears, or maybe there was some people knew about it. So he got sent home.
What you're implying is there was a guy that was like, "I know something. I'm gonna send my select few guys that I like home."
Or just had a weird vibe.
Really far-fetched and weird.
Or just had a really weird vibe and sent him home. But he got sent home like.
But why
6
sent
months
your
early.
grandpa home? Because he was homies with him?
To make me. So guys, here's the thing. I might be.
This is I don't.
No, that's
Okay,
the. I've heard that story from 3 different people.
Okay.
How real is it? I don't know.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. I need like one more thing, like because he knew that if he sent him home, I need like one more thing to make it make tie
sense.
it all together.
I've never been told the one more thing.
There was a guy. He was your grandpa's boss. He was like, "You got to get out of here. Fuck your orders or fuck your contractual obligation to."
Well,
the
no,
military.
it wasn't like he didn't get fired out of the he didn't get like sent out of the military.
He's like, "We're
he
sending you out.
stationed
We're
back
stationing
in
you
Washington.
somewhere else."
Yeah, he got sent to Washington again.
You know, Tyler's family is a family that loves to fish. And when you like to fish, you like to lie. And when you lie, your little babies that are 3 generations down, they end up looking foolish on a podcast. It's also...
I don't think it was a lie. It's not a lie. It's not a lie. He literally did get sent home. What the background behind that is?
Yeah.
I don't know. But he got sent home 3 weeks before Pearl Harbor, so...
No.
I thought it was neat. Jeff is a fucking piece of shit. I'm going to give him one of the full face slaps. So there's a new kind of slap that I do. This is what I do. I slap people right like this. I have yet to do it, and if it's somebody that I really don't respect, I'll rub my armpit, and I'll talk in an Italian accent when I do it. You come into my house, and you say my great-grandfather is a liar to my face
I'm gonna finish
live on the air.
I'm going to finish the story.
Monday morning.
Although Lee's one-man crusade has led to the arrest and criminal charges being filed against several men, he has also mistakenly identified someone as a sexual predator who was not. While we certainly understand his desire to hold child predators accountable, many times well-intentioned individuals who engage in this
shot by 17-year-olds
don't know the standard of evidence required for convictions and often underestimate the potential for violence confronting a suspected predator. Sheriff Michael Bouchard said.
I really wish I could peer into the guy's head and see like what his motives were, you know?
I think
because I don't know how sad to be about this.
To be honest, I've seen some of these guys and like,
is it pretty?
This is not like a new thing. Yeah. Like this has been happening on the internet for a little while. There's YouTube channels about it. Some of these guys are cool. Most of them are not.
Yeah.
Most of them are like probably like projecting. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like, that's the vibe.
Yeah.
A lot of it is just kind of like literal low IQ people being like, so why did you come out here, though? No, but that's not right, man. Why did you come out here? Like, that kind of shit. Like, you know, like, it's just the I get it. It's good to be doing that, but it's just... Something about it is not good also. Sure. But it's like, that should be eliminated at all costs. Obviously.
This is what's not good about it.
Right.
Who knows if that 17-year-old would have shot somebody?
Well, and this guy literally... Right. That's the point.
That 17-year-old...
We don't even know if he was
this guy is dead. That is...
Last night.
That is jacked
Lee
up.
had a large social media following.
Just send it over to me and I'll...
Girls online, then record confrontations with sexual predators.
It's just with the light.
Here, I'll send her in there.
Send it on over.
I just wanted to... I was just trying to...
Vigil for Lee.
Just, you know.
Trying to move it on through.
Exactly. I was trying to move it on through.
But
sometimes you gotta move it on through.
And you're emailing it to me.
I'm emailing it to you. Yeah,
I
I don't use WhatsApp like you do, folks. Do you use WhatsApp?
If you don't, you're missing out.
I mean, the thing is, I don't run a multi-person business that I need to communicate on all these different fronts, right?
It's true, but you do need to send large video files.
Facebook.
Yeah,
Facebook.
you're right.
I mean, the Facebook and WhatsApp are literally the exact same thing.
Yeah, but WhatsApp doesn't shovel marketing down your throat every time you fucking log in.
They don't, but they do have new marketing campaigns.
That's fine. I'm not getting sold it because I already bought it. I bought it.
You bought WhatsApp?
No, you don't have to buy it. It's dead ass free.
That's nice.
Did I use that right?
I think you did. Yeah.
Should I have said free dead ass?
No.
WhatsApp's free.
I mean,
dead ass.
You want to pull it up?
Yeah, let's pull it up. Jeffrey Hennings.
So, yeah, let's see. Have I ever been a vigilante? I've never been a vigilante, but I would probably... You want to be a vigilante in a like, big way.
Me?
Where you're actually, like, killing a person of significant impact.
Man, when you say killing a person of... It gets scary for a second. It gets scary for a second. I'm like,
right.
Hit the. Do we have a mute?
Right.
Do we have a bleep button? A just in case bleep button to blink out the next 10
we're
seconds?
Live, baby.
We're live. There's no bleep
so
button.
fucking live. We don't even know what's gonna happen.
So he's getting us on the right chuff here, folks.
All right.
But we're gonna see if this gets us a copyright strike or not. We're learning. We're learning while you learn. I think we're gonna be okay too. So here we go, folks.
All right.
Man known as Bupak Shakur fatally shot. And here we go, folks.
Island in Pontiac last night. Lee had a large social media following and would pose as young girls online, then record confrontations with sexual predators whom he communicated with.
And then he was
Tonight,
like, you know what? I can actually
family
probably
gathering
do
to host a vigil for Lee. 7 Action News reporter Tierra Braddock has a closer look at Lee's history and this warning from law enforcement.
He got forced
Robert
into a hard
Lee,
pivot and then
aka
kind of had to
Bupak
stick with
Shakur,
it.
made it his mission to expose child predators.
Is she one of the
Last night
15-year-old
he
girls?
was killed right here inside this Coney
pretty
Island.
attractive, Tierra
Tonight
Braddock.
people gathered around it to pay their respects.
I talk to a lot of victims, and they appreciate what I do.
That was Robert Lee back in January. For a little over a year, the Pontiac native used social media to pose as underage
duct
girls to catch sexual predators.
Is that
He
like a
would forward
brand thing?
conversations
They were like,
to
we can't have
police.
that?
Lee would even confront the would-be predators himself. Videos like this
He
were
sent
a
posted
picture-
on
he
Lee's
sent a
Facebook
picture of a
page
girl.
of him confronting police.
Wait, he sent a
Lee
picture
would
of a
even
girl?
confront
Yeah,
the
check
would-be
this out, check
pose as
this out. He sent a
underage
picture
girls
of a
to
girl.
catch sexual predators. He would forward his conversations
go.
to
Yeah,
police.
see?
Lee would
You want
even
that picture?
confront the
Yes,
would-be
here it is.
predators himself. Videos like
you
this
at? Where
one
you
were
at?
posted on Lee's Facebook page of him confronting
So
alleged
he was getting like
predators. This
18-year-old
video
girls that
has
looked younger or
almost
something?
3,000
Maybe
views.
he's actually
Certainly he was a very
the weirdest vigilante ever. It's like, how did you
very
get that
much in
15-year-old
alignment
girl?
with
Naked
our
picture.
philosophy. We want to see
Whoa!
predators taken.
Sheriff
I
is
do
not.
not. Yeah,
do
that
not
is
trust.
not a
Fatally shot
Michael
inside
Bouchard.
the
low trust
Coney Island
individual.
near
Low
Low
trust
trust
individual.
individual. This is.
Yeah, get us back.
We're getting.
I
back
don't
on
ever want to see him
Bouchard.
again, but I
Lee
need to
was
see him one more time and know to
inside
avoid him at all
Universal
costs.
Coney Island.
I gotta pull that up even one more
We
time.
want to
folks.
see
That's.
child
He
predators.
looks like a white blood cell. I don't like him.
He looks like if the vampires elected a governor, he's the governor of
Yeah,
vampires.
absolutely. He looks like a vampire that got cancer and beat it, but somehow became evil in the process.
His jawline, he has the widest jawline for like a jawless, like I don't know. He like it looks like he inflates his cheeks.
Yes,
to get
yes,
that jawline.
absolutely.
The jawline is not bone. The jawline is
No,
inflated.
every
material, folks.
4 months he has to go in.
I'm imagining every 6 hours, and they start to deflate, and he's like sprinting into the bathroom.
Right.
Just
He's like,
a fucking bike bump.
and I will be right back. I'm gonna take a trip to the little boy's room.
low trust individual. LTI.
Taken
LTI,
off the
folks.
street, held accountable. We want to protect kids.
Lee was fatally
We should do an
shot
interview with
inside
Michael
Universal
Bouchard.
Coney
We
Island
should.
in
Shut
North
up.
Perry and MLK
Universal
Boulevard late
Restaurant
Friday
Coney Island.
night.
That's how we get
Oakland
shot,
County
though.
Sheriff
I know,
Michael
I know.
Bouchard says
Sheriff.
Lee confronted
See, and that's
two
the
men
thing.
who were
When
inside the
sheriffs
restaurant.
do this stuff,
He
when
even
sheriffs
accused one of the men
go
of being
for
a
it,
pedophile.
like
The
they start
confrontation
pulling the trigger. If the
escalated.
cop pulls the
God
trigger.
damn, I don't
I
want him
know.
above us.
It's
scary having him above us.
Oh God!
Yeah, I know, yeah.
He's right there. Michael Bouchard, no!
Suspects involved in
Oh,
the
that's
shooting.
nice.
That
that's
is nice.
comic.
Okay,
That's
is he gonna
comic.
come back?
I fucking hope not.
According to
So,
Sheriff
but
Bouchard,
you know,
Lee
and
was
we're gonna move away. We're gonna
Okay,
stop
now I
on
feel a little more
that's a
safe.
nice. Yeah,
That's,
I feel
a
safe
little more
with.
safe.
I
He's
don't know
dead.
how safe.
He's a dead man now.
He literally can't do anything.
He's literally
worse.
dead.
Actually, maybe he has more flexibility to do things. To us now that
He's
dead.
trying to he's doing
Is he
pedophile
ghosting
hunting
on
from
us?
the
From
he's a
beyond.
pedophile hunting poltergeist, folks.
He is okay. The pedophile hunting
poltergeist.
PHP, which actually is a type of
dang.
internet file, I think.
Is it a PHP?
I think so. Yeah.
I like
But
that.
I mean, it's because cops when they start opening fire, it's basically I think they pretty much say like. If you start shooting, you're like you kill the person. Like your goal is to
You
kill
shoot
the
to
person.
kill?
You shoot to kill. Yeah. Like and the whole point is like you don't shoot unless you have to kill the person. If you have to kill the person. God, I watched a video a while ago of a woman police officer that had a guy with a knife chasing her around, and she's like backpedaling, like running backwards, screaming like, "Drop the fucking knife, please! Drop the fucking knife! I'm gonna have to fucking shoot you!" And then she had to fucking shoot him. It was one of the saddest fucking videos I've ever seen.
Oh, I've seen some of those.
And
I've
then
seen
she's
some of
just
those.
like crying afterwards, and it's just like, God, like,
What a hard gig.
what a hard get. Yeah, like man, cops have a lot of nasty shit going on with them, but they're not. I'd say they're not all bad, and like it is a fucking rough job. It is a fucking rough
It is
job.
rough. It is
There's
rough.
a ton of abuse that happens,
dude,
and it's not good. But
So there was this one particular website that I used to go on. It is an amalgamation of just horrible shit, really.
50-50?
No, the other one.
Oh,
yeah.
4chan.
If I wanted to.
Oh.
it's,
What's wrong with 4chan?
it's just got a bad connotation.
I mean, I like 4chan. I think 4chan is great. If you're a horrible person. No,
Sure.
no. 4chan,
Right.
4chan
Yeah.
it's just kind of like a Reddit, but it's like a dark Reddit. Like it has all these threads and all these,
Yeah.
you know, it's basically the same thing. I don't
Right.
think if you guys have a really bad opinion of 4chan, that's like having a
Yeah.
really bad opinion of like the internet. Like you should, it's a dangerous place, but
Right.
like anyways.
No, here, listen. I'm gonna close this door, and you go ahead and talk about 4chan.
Oh gosh, 4chan. What does 4chan have for you? I mean, you know, 4chan has a lot of. Back in 2017, 18, I got into crypto, and I traded crypto for a while, and it was a pretty wild ride. And I was engaging with 4chan on a very regular basis. The thing is, it is a lot of really nasty, dark people. That some of them happen to be hyper fucking intelligent. And
It's true. Some of them are really smart.
And it turns out that
But
a lot of really smart people are also
really
bad
dark,
people.
insanely dark.
Yeah.
It's mental warfare on there, folks.
It's mental warfare on there. So
Like
I don't
it's
know.
not a very good place. Like there's
it's not,
there's
it's
some pockets that are better than others. I was in the worst pocket.
Yeah.
And I will just say, please don't elaborate.
Sure, I will not.
Though,
Thank
if
you
you
for that.
if you withhold information, you would think that it would be obvious that you don't want to.
Hey, I mean, that's one that I think is fine for us to dive into a little bit.
Yes. Okay. So I was in the deep, dark recesses of 4chan.
Okay.
And I've seen so many cops get shot.
Really?
I've seen so many cops get shot. And this is not just this isn't anything. I'm just saying I seen it.
I see.
I seen it. And it's, dude, when you get on a thread of just, because there's threads where just like it'll be like, post them. Cops getting fucked. Post them. And then it's just like fucking 20 videos
See, I can't...
of cops getting shot. And then you hear cops scream, too.
Oh.
They'll be like, ah! Ah!
Okay.
And then you'll see like their body cam. You'll like see point of view, you are getting shot, and you're a cop. And I've literally rewound like the last 4 seconds to hear them like bleeding out, crying as like a dead cop.
Okay.
Just because I'm like I'm here.
I'm here.
So I guess I have to do
How
this.
doesn't that make you feel really bad?
That's why I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say like when
no,
I was
yeah.
a little more resilient when I was a younger
No,
man. But
this
like,
is when I was
can't sleep at night
in the
anymore
last
if I
like
see that
5
shit.
years. I have gotten so soft with what I can
We
and can't
lost
see.
all our viewers during that.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to just do a quick thing and then move on, but then... Yeah, all right. Well, you know.
I don't know if it was 4chan that blew him or the cops, the actual getting shot part. I'm not sure. We'll have to go back and look.
Hey, fair enough. Woman who fatally shoved Broadway coach receives longer than expected prison sentence.
Wait, fatally shoved?
The woman who fatally shoved 87-year-old Broadway vocal coach Barbara Goostern in New York receives a longer than expected prison sentence after pleading guilty.
8.5 years?
Well, let's dive into it. Lauren Pazzi... What is that, TT? You can be our...
Pazienza.
Lauren Pazienza was...
You think she'd have some connections that could keep her out of jail?
Was sentenced to 8.5 years behind bars during her sentence hearing, which is 6 months more than what was recommended as part of the plea agreement that she made earlier this year. In handing down a slightly more severe sentence, Manhattan State Supreme Court Judge Felicia Menon said she was unconvinced that Pazienza had taken responsibility for actions on March 10th, 2022, when Pazienza shouted obscenities at Goostern, who was leaving a gathering with students, and intentionally shoved her to the ground, causing the vocal coach to fall on her head, suffering a brain injury that killed her several days after the attack.
So, that seems extreme to me.
Yes.
8.5 years? Oh.
I mean, wait, really? She shoved a fucking 87-year-old woman down. Like, yeah, I would say you should probably go to jail for...
8.5 years?
Well, they were 8.5 decades old, so yeah, maybe a year for each decade.
A year for each decade?
Yeah.
A year for each decade? I don't know, that seems super extreme to me. Like, I
Wait,
just...
really?
Yeah.
You killed an old woman. You're violent against an old woman. Like, the literal... Like, maybe like an old woman who has Down syndrome. Maybe that's
I go out on a limb
one
and
other
say that
most
there's a
more
0% chance she had intent to kill her, though? And that, to me, means a lot. She was 87. She may have literally already had a fucking brain injury and was going to die in 3 days.
Right.
Anyway.
She was dying as she was walking away.
Yeah, she saw her go like, and then pushed her. It was like...
She was going to die in like 6 minutes.
Yeah. She may have actually extended her life by pushing her to the ground because she got to the hospital.
Right. I'm really concerned about your apparent inability to take responsibility for your actions, Menon told Pazienza, who said prior to sentencing that she was profoundly sorry for her actions. If it was my grandmother, I would be broken and my life would be shattered. Well, she's broken and her life is shattered, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, she is broken and her life is shattered. I mean, yeah, you get it.
Gustern's grandson, AJ, who spoke during the sentencing and criticized Pazienza's apology as contrived.
I'm going to take this. I curse you, Lauren Pazienza! Gustern said, Newsday reported, for the rest of your days may you be miserable.
Gustern's clientele included Blondie's Debbie Harry, avant-garde heroine Damianda Gallas, Bikini Kill's Kathleen Hanna, Broadway performers Downtown Firebrands, and anyone who wanted to learn to sing. None of those names mean anything to me.
Well, I'm going to pull some up. So who's the first one?
I mean, Blondie's Debbie Harry, so I can imagine that that's the woman from Blondie.
Blondie's Debbie
I mean, if
Harry. That's
the case, then fucking I love Blondie. With a heart of glass.
What is going on here? Oh, I'm in Yahoo. Blondie's Debbie Harry. Is this Golden Girls? Are you having a Golden Girls stroke again? Wow. Debbie
Is she
Harry.
the main person?
American singer, songwriter, and actress. Very interesting facial structure. Can we hear a ditty from her? Where can we not get copyright strikes?
Well, we know Blondie.
We do know Blondie.
Yeah.
So this is Blondie?
I mean, I think so. Look down.
Okay.
Look where it says down really quick.
Look where it says words about her.
Yeah. Any word about her.
Why did Debbie Harry leave Blondie? So she was in Blondie. She was in Blondie.
I mean, she probably was
Blondie named after Debbie Harry. Debbie came home one day with her hair dyed blonde and then told me within a week or so truck drivers were yelling, "Hey, Blondie." Okay, so she was Blondie.
Yeah.
So that she...
But it was the name of the group, not its front woman. But she basically was.
She was Blondie. Yeah. Okay. And then she eventually left Blondie.
Blonde used to be like such a big deal. Blonde,
blonde hair?
Just being blonde, going blonde. I think it's like
it's all just still the hair. I'm like the hair, and you're like, no, the culture, the culture,
just
being blonde, going blonde.
You're like, you mean being blonde, going blonde? Not quite. More like being blonde and going blonde.
Yeah. So she killed the woman who trained Blondie. She killed the woman who trained Blondie. She basically killed fucking Yoda. She basically killed Yoda for blonde actresses and singers.
Wait, okay. Let's see.
She killed Yoda!
And
you know what? I take it back. 8.5 years is fair if you kill Yoda.
Oh my god. She was 4'11", probably weighed 70 pounds. She had the body of a child. But she was a dynamo in this little tiny body.
Who said she had the body of a child? I mean, she did literally have...
It was just astounding.
Okay, wait. She had the body of a child, but she was a dynamo in this little tiny body. It was just astounding. Was the little tiny body astounding? Because that's kind of what it sounds like they're saying.
Right.
And that little tiny body, it was just astounding. It was an astounding little tiny body.
So...
Oh, somebody drops an F-bomb here. Somebody drops an S-bomb. She was that rare New Yorker who wasn't bitter. I call bullshit on that. I wanted to be as generous and smart and good at my craft as she was. I wanted to be as well-read and funny. She's fucking hilarious. She's fucking hilarious in the news.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, she's fucking hilarious in the news. It is Yahoo News. And God bless them for giving us this real shit. Can you show them the...
Oh, yeah.
Or send it over to me. Either one. Wow, that's...
I'll just give them
I mean, she
does seem pretty sad.
She does seem pretty sad, but I imagine that's after the sentence, not when she's apologizing.
I'm imagining this is when she's
killed that lady.
Well, she's like we bring it back to us. She's like she's trying to sing her way out of it.
You gotta use what you got. She literally was trained by the best.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of almost like it's not Highlander, but it's some kind of moment like when you're trained by someone and you have to kill them in order to like graduate from the class.
So I'm imagining because she killed the person who trained Blondie, and Blondie's big song was Heart of Glass. She's trying to do a parody. She's like, I didn't know she had a head of glass.
Head of glass.
Turns out you get sentenced to 8.5 years. I don't think it was that severe. Can't you see? I'm really sorry. Can you please forgive me? AJ, don't take it personally. I was mad. Your grandma can be quite the bitch. You don't know. You didn't have to work with her. Anyway.
But now you have to work with me. This is not my freestyle, folks. Shoplifter sets East Bay store clerk on fire during confrontation, and we've got a video. Go ahead and send this over to me.
God.
Holy shit!
That's
how do you set someone on fire that much?
I mean, you fucking that's
worth seeing, folks.
That's called oomph. That's called gusto.
You know, there's a lot of things someone could do to me that would be like I wouldn't like it, but like if I got shot, like it would be like, wow, this really sucks. But I would be like, you know. That feels in the realm of possibilities for me.
Yeah.
If somebody ever lights me the fuck on fire,
you don't know what's happening.
I will not. You know, I like to imagine you get shot once and you go ba 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 ba. But if you light me on fucking
You're
fire,
running around screaming.
I'm running around screaming. It's fucking over.
You're
it's
making it worse
over.
because you're screaming into the air of the fire.
Absolutely.
You're giving your own...
There's not a lot that you can do. You did send it to me. We've got that. Folks, you got to see this shit. You keep reading, Jay.
So shoplifter sets East Bay store clerk on fire during confrontation. A store clerk who's tried to stop a man from stealing a third time in one day was set on fire during the confrontation. I mean, that's kind of like, I get that. Surveillance video captured the moment a man poured lighter fluid on the worker and set him on fire. Oh, he set the worker on fire.
Oof.
The attack left Siraj, who declined to share his last name for safety reasons, smart, with second and third degree burns on his face, neck, chest, and shoulder.
I mean, you guys will see in a second.
Oh my gosh.
They just light his face on fire.
It's terrible. You know, I'm still in a trauma right now, me and my family, he said from his hospital bed. And when we clean the room, it's like, when we clean the womb, it's like over 10.
What does that...
I don't know. He said of the pain he's experiencing, over a level of 10. This is a gentleman who's ESL. Siraj said he worked as a clerk at the Apian Food and Liquor in El Sombrante for about 5 years. He said workers would steal, shoplifting often, but nothing like this has ever happened. On this day, he said his coworker alerted him to the repeat shoplifter who stole lighter fluid each time. Siraj tried to stop him while his coworker grabbed the bat. I mean, this guy's stealing lighter fluid to light other people on fire. He just splashed lighter fluid on my face. I was so scared at that moment, also said Siraj. I tried to cover his hand, But I don't know. I don't remember. He just lit the fire on me, you know? I just rushed to the restroom and I just splashed water on my face.
Yeah, there's a moment when you realize somebody's trying to light you the fuck on fire, and that moment is pretty fucking real.
Oh
like,
my
before the fire starts, but you're like, oh, fuck!
Well, because it's just so easy to light somebody on fire once you're doused.
Once you're doused.
Once you're doused, it's like,
and
okay.
that's the thing. Like, you kind of have to start
fight
thinking
while you're
in
doused.
new terms. You have to start thinking in new terms. You're like, I have to not only be ready to fight somebody and have a gun to shoot at somebody.
Yeah.
I have to have a way to. I need a fucking umbrella.
Yeah.
Like part of our crime fighting toolkit has to become
Absolutely.
a literal fucking umbrella.
Well,
a speed eject umbrella. Folks, do you want to see? You want to see this? You're gonna see it.
This happened on my birthday.
Sunday,
October
recovering from
1st.
horrible news after an attack where someone set him on fire. We want to warn you, the surveillance video you're about to see may be disturbing.
Yeah, we know. We already warned them.
And you're like, oh, they're gonna light the guy behind there on fire.
Right there,
Nope.
right here, on your left, folks. On the left, folks.
Boom!
Jesus!
Him on fire.
And then
So
look at how
right before
comfortably
other
he's
people in the
standing
store
there after
wrestle
he lit him
to
on
the
fire.
ground.
Yep.
Our
Yep.
better use
Okay, now I can finally steal some
Now I can
shit.
finally steal more lighter fluid. Fuck.
Shout out to John. Yeah, stop, drop, and roll. The only thing is, John, you can't really stop, drop, and roll when somebody's also assaulting you. You gotta have to just run, and run.
3 times that day.
Oh my
Poured
God.
lighter fluid on him. And
Oh,
set him
and
on
this guy's
fire.
like,
The
what
attack
the
was
fuck?
raw,
I mean, if
second
you've got a
and
baseball
third-degree
bat,
burns
Well, because
on
then
his
it's like,
face,
do you
neck,
go after the guy with the
chest,
bat,
and
or do you
shoulder.
try and help
He's
your
been
buddy with the fire?
hospitalized
Exactly.
since
Probably
last Friday.
Fireface.
Probably
This is
Fireface.
This looks like he's like a nice young guy.
I'm still in a trauma right now. You know, the pain.
That's what he
is
looks like afterwards.
like
Transition to an
7, 8,
Asian
you know,
woman.
out
Is
of
it
10.
possible? Is it possible
Since
that
last
that's
Friday.
not lip surgery?
It's terrible, you know.
What do you mean?
The news anchor.
That's probably fillers.
You think that's fillers?
That's fillers.
I think it's, for me, it seems really easy to spot lip fillers.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point.
It is?
Yeah, you're supposed to see him.
You're supposed to see him and know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It means you're a bad bitch.
It means you're a bad bitch.
Yeah.
Do you think she's trying to present as a bad bitch, though? I mean, maybe.
No, yeah, she is. She's trying to.
I guess she's how
trying to
old is
present
she?
as like a sexy older bad bitch.
She's like 40.
She's from like L.A. She's like,
Yeah.
I have a nice. I didn't make it quite as good as I wanted, but I made it decent.
I made it enough to have fillers.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I've got fillers.
You know, I'm still in a trauma right now. You know, the pain is like, it's like 7, 8, you know, out of 10.
I just love the
When
close
you're
up on his
feeling
chest.
It's like, it's over 10.
Siraj,
At least he
who
can talk
declined
a
to
little
share
bit.
his last
Yeah.
name, said
I mean,
he's
you
worked
can
as
see
the clerk
skin
at
color
Appy and
through the
Food and
blue.
Liquor in
Yeah.
El Cerrante for about
Which
5
means he
years.
is brown. Which we were
On this day,
speculating.
he said
Which we
his
couldn't
coworker
tell.
alerted him to the
It's
repeat
Siraj.
shoplifter who stole lighter
See, for
fluid
me, I
each
just
time.
think start
Siraj
swinging.
tried to
Oh
stop
shit!
him.
He did go with the.
He got with the
He
bat?
did go with the bat. He was like fucking
Splash of
light my
lighter
buddy on
fluid my
fire.
face.
God, but there was 2 of them though.
And I was
But
so
the other guy's
scared
not
at that
injured.
moment, and I don't know like what to do, and just
Reppin'.
come to
Hey,
stop him.
Good
and
job getting at him with the
Yeah,
bat. Good job getting at him with the
he
bat.
just lit the fire on me. You know?
At least
The
he didn't get
Contra Costa
stabbed,
County
too.
Sheriff's
Someone
Office
pulled out a
said
knife,
deputies
so-
arrested
Or no, that was a
suspect.
different person.
38-year-old Kendall Burton.
Oh
homeless
boy,
person
folks,
in El
getting lit.
Cerrante.
Okay, so
He's
introduce
facing
today.
charges
If
including
you're
assault
going
with a
out
deadly
into the
weapon,
inner city,
battery,
go ahead and
arson,
bring an
and
umbrella
robbery.
in case
Umbrella.
somebody's gonna
Held
assault you with
without
fire.
bail.
I would like to say
That's a risky business. We don't like that.
Is there
here.
anything that you could put on your face preemptively to kind of like just mitigate any fire that is trying to start on your face?
Yeah, like a lotion, like a oil-based lotion. Ooh,
Yeah.
oil.
Oh, oil.
Fire,
You don't want that. Like a mud base, like a mud mask.
Mud mask.
Could you like a mud mask?
Mud mask could be a good.
And folks-
jizz.
and
Yeah,
folks, this
John
is-
John
this-
chimes in and he says,
Mud mask.
Jim, jizz.
Jizz? Oh,
Jizz.
jizz.
Yeah.
Folks, do not do a mud mask, and if you do, clarify that it's not blackface. That's our one. That's our one word of advice.
Did you get into what? Is there white mud?
Is there white mud?
Should we start a company?
Yeah,
White
your entire lineage.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Jeff, just in case you guys don't know this, Jeff is actually what's your race count?
I thought you were gonna say just in case you guys don't know this, Jeff is actually a bastard child. Lineage? I got a bunch of stuff in the mix.
You're like, but your big ones.
I'm white.
You're big.
I've got the.
But
the
you're
Euro-
under 50.
The European.
Right? You're under 50.
I think I'm under 50% white.
He's under 50% white.
Folks, I'm more person of color than I am white person, and
Yeah.
that should scare you.
We're a little more dangerous.
We're
We
a
didn't
little
know
bit more
that until
dangerous,
recently.
yeah.
We didn't know that until recently.
Although I will say,
He's very Italian presenting. Not very Italian.
I thought I was 10% West African. And I'm sorry. And I am only 8.5% West African, but...
Okay, I thought you were going to say you were not.
No. I am only 8.5% West African, but...
Does that drop you below 50?
I don't think it drops you below 50. I have to pull it back up, but...
Okay.
I am 1.5% other African.
Oh!
Other, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah.
You scared the shit out of me.
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's like other Africa...
Other Africa.
Other Africa, like, close to, like, Egypt area.
Okay, that's chill.
So, like up, like... I think,
Egypt has a beautiful, rich history.
I really want to go to Egypt.
Yeah.
And it's... And I'll be so honest. It's literally because I saw the right TikTok. That was like...
Really?
There was like, oh, you think the Egypt is just pyramids? This is really Egypt.
And then did it have like a huge sound?
Yeah, and had like sure. And I was like, wow, Egypt truly is a marvel. Yeah. Don't you love it when, I mean, because, okay.
Your entire life changes because of a TikTok?
Well, sometimes ads are just so, like, we think we're above messaging and all these things, but we're not. Just the things that we see that are so obvious, they're not made for us. They're not targeted towards us. Andrew told me that one time. Because I remember I was in this Walgreens or whatever, and it was like, Uncle Fucky Buck's nut bottle. You know, I don't know. It's just like this stupid little novelty, like $12 like bottle of nuts that you'd get like an 11-year-old in a stocking stuffer as like a joke, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, literally, who the fuck is buying this? And then he was like, a lot of people. A lot of people are buying this. This is like the perfect product for like one person. But you see it as like bullshit because it's so divorced from what your lens.
You can't see it when it happens.
I can't see it. Yeah.
You can't see it when it happens.
But they're like, oh, early 30s-year-old man who likes to travel. Egypt TikTok.
Egypt. He's going to Egypt.
Yeah, like we've showed it to him 6 times, so there's a 70% chance he's gonna go to Egypt the next decade.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah. Marketing used to be like
all that shit.
Marketing didn't even really used to be. It was just like strict necessities, and when you needed a new pair of shoes, you went to Shoe Guy.
Yeah.
You know, like the Shoe Guy wasn't like, hey, come on, buy a new shoe. He was just like, you need shoes, I will make you shoes.
Yeah.
Perfect. This is my job.
Yeah.
I do need shoes. Thank you.
One of the
Here's 16 corns. You know, like there's no marketing when people don't buy useless bullshit.
Yeah. Can you rattle this one off? I actually need to use the restroom.
He's gonna hit the pisser, folks. And TT, you're gonna get a sweet. Do you guys want me to read it in ASMR mode? Do you guys want me to read it in ASMR mode? I haven't done any ASMR for you guys in the last couple episodes. We're gonna do some ASMR for you here. Abercrombie and Fitch, ex-CEO, accused of exploiting men for sex. And I've gotta say, he definitely looks like somebody that A, or 1, has lip fillers, 2, has certainly had surgery around his eyes, and also 3, definitely exploits men for sex. This is an article by Rhianna Croxford, an investigations correspondent from the BBC News and Panorama. The ex-CEO of Abercrombie & Fitch and his British partner face allegations of exploitation from men recruited for sex events they hosted around the world. A BBC investigation found a highly organized network used a middleman to find young men for the events with Mike Jeffries and Matthew Smith. 8 men told the BBC they attended these events, some of whom alleged they were exploited or abused. Mr. Jeffries and Mr. Smith did not respond to requests for comment, but the couple's middleman denied any wrongdoing and said men went into these events with their eyes wide open. Abercrombie & Fitch, which also owns the Hollister brand, said it was appalled and disgusted by the alleged behavior. 2 former U.S. prosecutors who independently reviewed documents and testimony uncovered by the BBC have called for an investigation to determine whether charges for sex trafficking could be brought. Under U.S. law, sex trafficking includes getting an adult to travel to another state or country to have sex for money by using force, fraud, or coercion.
So Mike Jeffries, former CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch, faces accusations of exploiting young men for sex.
And we are down here. Ooh, and we've got some descriptions of sexual acts.
Over
folks.
2 decades from the 1990s, Mike Jeffries transformed Abercrombie and Fitch from a failing heritage outfitter into a multi-billion-dollar teen retailer by selling sex appeal with preppy, all-American shirtless male store models and provocative billboards. God damn. Rarely photographed Matthew Smith faced complaints about his unofficial influence on A&F, led by his partner Mike Jeffries. So there was some real weird shit.
Yeah, Mike Jeffries. We need to get that picture. BBC.
I mean, that's a man that's had a lot of work done.
That's what
that's
I.
a man
You'll have to go back
insane
and
amount of
watch.
work.
You'll have to go back and watch.
Once one of America's highest paid CEOs, he was a controversial figure who faced claims of discrimination against staff, concerns about his lavish expenses, and complaints about the unofficial influence of his life partner, Matthew Smith. In 2014, Mr. Jeffries stepped down following declining sales and left with a retirement package valued around $25 million. He got in and then got out. According to company filings at the time, the BBC has now uncovered allegations that the fashion mogul exploited young men for sex at events he hosted in his New York residences and luxurious hotels around the world, including London, Paris, Venice, and Marrakesh. He went to Egypt.
He went to
Egypt. Or is Marrakesh in Egypt? Fuck.
Here we go, folks. This is the
good one though.
This is the good one. He's kind of looking hot in that one.
He looks hot there.
Hot in that one. Yeah.
That's what's on the Tinder profile. And then is this not the same thing?
It's not the same thing.
I got you.
You know, I'm just getting what I can get here.
Well, just
this is pretty good right here. This is pretty good right here. But this is the look. This is his bust. This is his bust look. Right before that's his O face. But because of all the lip filler, he can't even make an O with his lips anymore.
Dude.
They're basically just like two 2x4s locked into his face.
Dude.
Hello, not Jeffries.
I used to work.
Not Jeffries.
I used to work at one of the premier residence destinations in Seattle. This was high-profile people, had a lot of dispensable income, and did whatever they want. There was one guy there.
I think is this the story I'm thinking of?
I don't think you know this guy. Andrew knows this guy, but
no, but the story. Do I not know the story?
I don't think you know this. It's not really a story. It's just like a
Molly Boy.
No, that was like 7 years ago.
That was a long time ago.
What are you talking about? No. This is he was like a kind of a nice guy, but not really. Hyper political. And political to the point where it's like insanity. Where it's like you're part of a cult.
Impolitical. Implicitly political.
Yes.
It almost sounded like you said that, and I was like, damn, that's actually kind of sick.
I wish. But the thing about him is he had fillers or something to his... I don't know. He added me on Facebook, and I feel bad actually if he's listening to this, because I just sent him the link. But I actually don't give a fuck, you know? Like, I actually don't give a fuck. Whatever. He added me on Facebook. I don't know why. And he's nice enough, but also just I got a very strange vibe. And
was he trying to bang you?
No, I don't think he was trying to bang me, but I wish I could show the picture. His pictures really scare me because he just like takes all these selfies where he's like, and I think it's because he's gotten so much work done that he like can't tell like what is a smile, what isn't a smile. Like I think he like literally is unable to exist in an objective way. I don't think he sees what the actual face is making.
It's been so slow. It's been such a slow process.
Because he posts all these selfies that are scary.
Yeah.
Like hollow eyes, 1,000-yard scare, weird fucking Simpsons mouth.
1,000-yard scare.
1,000-yard scare. Like, it's really fucking strange.
Yeah,
it's
you
really
just blue
strange.
Screened, bro.
I know.
Give him a gander at the blue screen.
But then I keep going because I'm a professional, you know.
I'm finding you the news articles on here because I'm a professional.
I didn't say you weren't.
Oh, okay.
Don't take it personally.
I took it personally.
You literally took it personally?
I took it very personally. I took it personally.
I said I was a professional. That doesn't mean you're not a professional.
It doesn't mean
Why are you feeling so insecure? Is it because I give you subtle jabs throughout the entire show? Is that why?
That may be it.
Folks,
no, it's. I think when there's a long, drawn out process like that, you just kind of go like, this is what, this is who, this is what, this is who I am.
Yeah, it's really, really weird. It's
Yeah.
really, really weird. The thing is, it's really strange when like, here's something that's interesting. When people are normal and kind and like just legit in real life, and then you see how they act on Facebook.
Oh,
it's fucking weird.
Yeah,
it's fucking weird. Like I don't understand this like dichotomy of like
digital profile. Like that's just it's just an alternate. I mean, it's just
it really is an alternate availability to a certain level of your psyche.
I mean, if we look at my profile, like I've got like the weirdest shit up there. Like I only have like one.
No,
picture
you
in the
barely
last-
do any pictures.
I don't
Yeah,
do any pictures.
You're not like you don't really live on Facebook other than to like promote stuff. Really, like
promote stuff in Marketplace.
Right, and
I
you
buy
say
a lot of shit
and then
through
sometimes you say like nice things. You do like, oh, I'm feeling inspired today. I'm gonna write a couple paragraphs.
Yeah. I do my.
You
weird
do
little,
maybe 2 or 3 of those a year. Yeah.
Philosophical little.
Yeah. People like that, you know.
Yeah, that's good responses.
There's nothing wrong with that.
My last one was a little weird. Did you read my last one?
No. What was your last
about
one?
like
maybe I did.
I wrote one about how diseases, like it's not helpful for a disease's evolution to like kill its hosts, and it's most ideal if it like stayed in a body for like, let's say, ever. And so if there was some kind of disease or virus or bacteria that could, and I mean this happens with bacteria, like there's bacteria that are born in your gut from your parents, like that live there your whole life. But what if there were diseases that have been with humanity for such an extended period of time that we don't realize it's a disease. It's permeated the entire population, and it's passed from mother to son or daughter, and it's just literally everywhere. There's no way to get rid of it, and because since we've started observing scientifically the world, it's been
that's
present,
been a constant.
We literally don't know. Like, what if we're only supposed to poop like 10% as much as we do?
Right.
But there's like a bacteria that like stops us from being able to eat food.
Yeah.
Like we technically speaking, humans are only supposed to poop once a month.
Right.
We're supposed to
but
poop
we've
once
been
a month.
fucked up. We've been
and
fucked
we're
up.
all confused. Like, why do we have to poop so much?
Right.
It's so gross. I hate pooping. I don't want people to
yeah.
see me.
Right.
It's because we're not supposed to poop
Not
this
supposed
much.
to. Yeah. You
know?
should feel rightful shame.
Yeah. What if your baby teeth aren't supposed to fall out? You know? What if you were actually supposed to have 2 sets of teeth?
Right,
you know?
like a shark, like a goddamn
there's
shark.
a lot of these things. So, like, what if we're supposed to live to like 400?
Yeah, right.
You know, we're supposed to live till 400.
No, your microbiome. Okay, so you have like neurons in your stomach.
Absolutely.
And your
Second
microbiome
brain.
is insane. It's literally driving the decisions you make. It's driving the way that you feel.
Absolutely.
And it is kind of like this like collective of parasitical tiny little. I mean, it's an entire. It's bio. It's a literal fucking ecosystem that is inside of you.
And you can't.
And
like,
you are
really
part of it.
realize
It's part of you. Like it's fucking insane.
It's a whole new world in this bitch.
It's a whole new world, and you can change it, but then also, how much could you change? And should it be in there?
Should it be in there?
Should it be in there?
Yeah. No, it's really interesting. I mean, it's the most amazing. I can't remember what the number is, but it's like a huge number of the cells in your body are technically foreign bodies.
Yeah.
Technically foreign bodies.
One of my fucking... I am so afraid of worms in my body. I really don't like worms in my body, and there probably are, because I think everyone's got little worms in their body or
guys,
something.
if everybody...
Dude, you're rubbing me like I'm about to hear something bad. You're rubbing me like I'm about to hear something bad.
So there's only 3 viewers right now. If all 3 of you let me know that you would like me to poison Jeff with worms, I'll do it sometime in the next 12 months. But I need all 3 of you to comment and say, poison Jeff with worms in all caps.
You can.
So if you guys say it, I'll order some
probably
worms.
already have worms. I probably have tiny little worms I can't even see.
You guys can pick the kind of worms too, though. So you can pick the really long ones.
I want a tapeworm. I'm trying to get svelte.
I want to get... There we go.
Yeah.
Let's get you svelte with tapeworms.
I'm going to get svelte, baby.
Brotherwife gets svelte on tapeworms.
Oh!
The problem is, I think tapeworms might kill me.
Yeah, no, I'll do the tapeworm. I'll do yours.
You'll do both tapeworms?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do both
If I start drinking enough, okay, so we've got Feed Jeff worms, and we've got a comment from our boy, Dylan. Thank you for joining us today.
D-A!
Shit.
D-A!
I hope
What's
I'm
up?
not like that, but I don't really post shit. I can
No.
guarantee, Dylan, you're not like that.
You're not like that. No, there's some weird motherfuckers that be posting selfies that I'm like, in what world did you think this was an acceptable thing to put on a public
some people just derive
forum?
a lot of well-being from their posts. And then we've also got a post from John here, and he says, what if we are the microbiome?
We might be the microbiome.
I mean, we're the microbiome of the planet.
We are.
We are the microbiome,
and
of the
we
planet
are
for
like
sure.
we're
like 100%. We're the microbiome.
We're doing
of the
weird
planet.
stuff, like bringing gases out of the like deep cores of the earth and shit. And
I
like,
mean,
doing
it's
a bunch
really looks like a fucking bacteria acting on the planet when you look at
wild.
what we do.
It's
like,
kind of wild. Yeah.
It's like, no, but we're complicated. It's like, yeah, okay, well, how complicated are we?
It's times like this where I like to just think about Osmosis Jones. You know.
I fucking love that.
That's a great movie.
I fucking love
movie.
that movie.
It's a
really
movie.
good movie. I just rewatched Hercules with my kid the other day. These old fucking Disney movies, you guys. These old Disney movies.
Let's not.
Fuck.
I won't
The
say
opening.
I'm in love.
Okay.
Meg.
What's her name?
Meg. Oh my god. They had no right to make Meg that sexy.
They did not.
They had no fucking right to
not.
make Meg that. She's the hottest of all the Disney princesses.
I'm trying to think.
Maybe
Can
Jasmine.
I say?
Jasmine's also pretty
Well,
hot.
can I say something kind of weird?
Absolutely.
And I'm not a furry. At least I'm not a furry. I don't know if I am a furry. I don't know.
You trying to
yet.
fuck Rasha, bro?
The Goofy movie.
Oh yeah, of course.
The girl from the Goofy movie.
Yeah. What was her name?
I can't remember. Roxanne.
Was it Roxanne?
Was it Roxanne?
I think it was
May have
Roxanne.
been Roxanne.
Yeah.
Roxanne.
Dude, the Goofy movie girl was she
fucking popping?
Oh my god, of course.
And you know from the Goofy movie, the Leaning Tower,
Chisa,
bro.
Yeah.
I fucking love that.
Oh
shit.
my gosh.
The Goofy movie was great. That was the Bigfoot movie, right? With Goofy movie.
I don't think Bigfoot was in the Goofy movie.
That was the second Goofy movie, maybe. There was
the second Goofy movie was Max Goes to College. So Goofy.
No, the first Goofy movie was the Bigfoot movie. Then
Was
I'm
it?
almost certain. Yeah.
Okay,
They go on a camping trip.
They go on a road trip.
They're fishing,
and he's like, "We've got high hopes. He's got high." And Max is like, "I want to listen to this, Dad."
That's a good one.
And he likes to like skateboard, or is that the second one or the first one?
I think he does like to skateboard.
He likes to skateboard.
He's a cool kid. He's kind of like a Bart. He's kind of like a
Bart. He's like a well-mannered Bart.
A goofy Bart.
Yeah. And then his friends are like, stoners.
Stoner.
His friends smoke
the
weed.
Leaning Tower Cheesa guy.
He obviously smokes weed.
Smokes a shitload of weed. Yeah. Was right up there with Jasmine for sure. She has that little cutie mark. She's got the cutie mark.
Cutie mark.
She got the cutie mark.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, but Meg, bro. Oh my god, dude. Hercules was one of my very favorites.
It was the opening scene with the singers.
Hercules, who bade me and
Hercules. Well, and then the devil, the Hades. Who's
Memo to me, maim you before my meeting.
He's
James
so
Woods.
funny, James Woods.
Yeah, dude, he fucking. Oh, my hair went out. Like fucking classic.
You've got hurt and pain, or pain and fear. Pain
and pain and pleasure, sir. What is it? Yeah, pain and I don't know.
Anxiety, I think.
Yeah.
It's not anxiety, but it's something.
And then
like anxiety.
I mean, just Danny DeVito, obviously, Philatides.
Oh,
Philatides.
Danny DeVito. Like that was my first. That's probably the first time I ever heard Danny DeVito's voice.
And Matilda. Did you watch Matilda growing up?
Oh,
that
he
was
the
a
bad guy
fucking
in
good
Matilda,
one.
wasn't he?
He was the bad guy. He was the
bad
dad.
guy in Matilda.
I'm big, you're small. I'm smart, you're dumb. You're gonna start acting like a wormwood. It's great. It's wonderful.
Are movies gonna seem as transparently, ridiculously simplistic in 20 years?
I mean, all kids' movies are.
I guess they are.
But that was kind of like.
But then you look at movies too for adults. Like they also appear so transparent and trite and cliche.
Well, that's what the people want. They're literally trying to make things for the largest amount of people. That's why there's all the fucking reboots and all the fucking.
But
Marvel
now there's
shit.
like interesting. I mean, you look at like A24. Like there's big production companies out there that are doing like pretty.
A couple, but there's like some sort of like a resurgence, but like for the
then
longest time.
That's
A24 is like an outlier, and even a lot of their shit.
Pain and Panic! Thank you, John!
Pain and Panic!
And we got a comment from Dylan saying, just think, Goofy nutted in someone. and just think the voice actor of Goofy nutted in someone.
Bro, Goofy...
And just imagine
Goofy was literally like, gorge! That was literally Goofy.
Sploosh! Sploosh!
I think
Goofy definitely has the squirrel thing.
I'm into free use.
pretty. Ooh, that was pretty.
I mean, at the end of the day, Goofy is a dog.
Goofy's a dog.
Baby.
Don't
fucking sleep on Goofy being a dog.
Don't fucking sleep.
Straight up,
Goofy
baby.
Being a dog.
Goddamn, folks, We're a Band is also a game show. We love you so much. Thanks for being along for the ride.
Jeff is about to go on some.
I'm gonna be gone.
He's gonna be gone, but we aren't gonna be gone.
We're never.
Jeff is physically gonna be gone,
but we are never gonna leave your side because we love you.
Where are you going?
I'm going all the way to Tejas. And back. I'm via Oregon, Idaho, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, Texas.
And what are we doing in Tejas?
Nation's largest. It
may also be the nation's largest.
I have a partial denture, folks. Some days are better than others. It's the nation's largest Renaissance fair.
I mean, it literally.
And I'm really excited.
I'm sure they use lard so much.
They do.
So it probably literally is the nation's largest.
Yeah.
Because it's the largest. You're going to have similar ratios of lard used at each medieval.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Largest and lardest.
I'm so excited. We're going to...
and probably the bardest, too.
Yes!
The most bards.
Woo!
Wow!
I'm going to collect my outfit as I go down. I'm going to pick up a piece of every state.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what I'm going to be yet.
But it's
going to be something cool.
Are you ready? Cool. I mean, some people spend like $5,000 on their costume.
I know. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna hopefully get a sword. Like I'm gonna pick stuff up along the way.
This is gonna be fun. Are you guys gonna go to a bunch of secondhand stores?
I think Roxana already has her shit picked out. So it's really just me. Yeah.
She's got her shit. Okay.
Yeah, and we actually have a pretty tight schedule.
This is gonna be dank. I'm excited.
There's days where we're gonna drive like 9 hours straight.
Woo! Can you do some interviews while you're there for Brotherwife?
I'll try. Yeah. Oh my God, I should.
You do some interviews?
I should. Yeah.
Dopest bard.
Yeah.
Sickest
I
haunch.
should.
Sickest haunch.
Sickest haunch.
Yeah. Lardest.
Prized heifer.
Prized heifer.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing brews. The first Friday, I'm gonna be coming to you from somewhere in Oregon. Then Monday, I'm gonna be coming to you in Salt Lake City. I'm gonna be in Europe. I'm gonna be around a bunch of fucking Mormons.
Oh, Mormons.
Yeah.
Good old Mormons.
I'm staying in Salt Lake City.
You should try
twice
to just find a random Mormon family and stay with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think they would let us? I already booked the hotel last night.
Never mind.
Fuck. Maybe I can cancel it.
Maybe you can wife swap them.
Maybe I can wife swap with a Mormon.
They're super comfortable with that.
Really?
I don't know.
Okay, but I don't.
They'd be more comfortable because they do the
Yeah. Yeah.
polygamy.
They churn the butter. The proverbial butter.
They churn the proverbial butter.
Folks, fuck with us, Poppy. We've got a song coming out really soon called "Taking Time," and we love you.
Sexy as fuck.
We love you.
I'm really stoked for the.
It's gonna be a good song.
It's gonna be a fucking.
It's gonna be a good song.
Yeah. And then we're finishing another song for you real quick, and then we're gonna pop on to some interesting. We're gonna play around with some cool new production techniques and get kind of weird with it, get a little more dancey. So we'll have some fun stuff coming your way over the next 3 to 6 months.
It's gonna be good.
I think you guys are gonna really enjoy 2024 with Brotherwife.
It's gonna be fun.
Be a good year. So you guys, sex on the beach. Fucking love you. Thanks so much for joining us. Starting your week right with Brotherwife on the Brew.
God damn.
And they cut 15 seconds, so we're going to start doing something at the end every time,
Yeah.
and we're just going to make a really high-pitched sound, and that is your cue to either join along with us, making the high-pitched sound in kind of a spiritual resonance practice, or, fuck! We're good. And now we're going to do it.